Hey everyone! Build-It-Week finished up last week, and it was a great opportunity to tackle the first big project in my expert world with a larger version of my beach bungalows. There's still a few things to finish up, but I've completed enough for a walkthrough of my submission. First, I had to find the right location. I wanted an area on the west coast of my world so I could catch the sunsets over the water. I also needed to find a spot that has several rocks either just under the water or sticking up a bit, so that I could create a multi-use style resort with multiple directions, and this would require anchor points for the different angles. I selected this spot as it has several shallow rocks and two large rocks straddling the main lodge. The resort is a short boat ride from the mainland, and the entrance to the main building has a couple wharfs for receiving guests and docking boats. After a short walk up the stairs, you come to a small reception area where you can receive the guests. I placed several seating areas in the front so you can enjoy the view over the water, and of course a piano at the far end. For the roof I used Durburger parts, but I didn't want it to look like Durburger, so I only used the narrow pieces that didn't have the yellow trim on the sides. On the edge, I used flooring flipped on its side to cover up the blue trim. I also did this on the bottom to cover up the gap and give it a nice clean look. It's always nice to have a beach at your resort, so I extended a wharf to the nearby island, where there's a few sandcastles, a lifeguard station, a campfire, and a stand for snacks and towels. Back in the main resort, you have the Grand Hall, with a red carpet and a llama moon pool. I'll probably rework this at some point so that it recesses farther into the floor and llamas closer to the water. I hid some lights under this flip flooring, but I think a few more to make the water glow will be a nice addition. On the south side of the lodge is the check-in desk. And placed into the rock wall, I've set a bar with a small lounge area. There's a few tables and couches to enjoy a cocktail. On the ceiling, I've used a set of opposing log cabin open doors and flipped them on their side to make a sunroof on each side of the lodge. I've also flipped some flooring upside down to give the ceiling a much cleaner and decorative look. In the center of the hall, I mounted a couple of custom chandeliers that I saw on TikTok by an incredible LEGO creator by the name of OhNoItsDia. I put her link in the description if you want to check out her work. She has some amazing design ideas, and these chandeliers look great in the center of the hall. On the other side of the room is the dining area, with a bunch of booths for the guests to eat, and a buffet counter like you'd normally find in a resort. Heading out to the back deck, you come to the waterfront lounge area, with seating areas for relaxing, or beach towels and chairs for getting a tan. It also has a great view of the villas, the ocean, and the stunning sunsets. You can take a swim in the sea, or if you're scared of the sharks, you can take a dip in the pool. A series of boardwalks connecting to the different rock formations allowed me to connect several directional walkways to the different bungalows. I primarily used Moss Isley parts for the shells of the buildings because I like the softer colors and the rounded corners. Each unit has large open windows facing towards the sunset. The room has a lounge area and a bed on one side, with a small kitchen and a separated bathroom on the other. At the back of the villa is a private deck with seating and access to the sea if you want to go for a swim. In the center of the villas, I built this octagonal boardwalk around a larger rock to create a decorative garden and the anchor point for several walkways. It can be challenging to make different directions look good, and LEGO Fortnite's updates to aligning pieces have made it even more complex, but with a bit of work, you can get it to look alright. You just need to leave larger gaps than before. Farther out, I used smaller rocks as foundations whenever I wanted to make a change in direction. Overall, it was a fun build, and it turned out better than expected, even though it took me a little longer than I wanted. I like that LEGO Fortnite came out with the Build Week challenge, and it was great to see all the other projects people submitted. I'm looking forward to seeing the official highlight reel and the next building challenge. I hope you enjoyed my Build It Week submission, and if you want to see more of my builds, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel. You can also support my work by entering my creator code if you're purchasing anything in the item shop. Thanks a lot for watching, and keep up the amazing builds.